Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and welcome to another Fire Emblem Heroes summoning session. Today we are here with the Legendary Hero banner for Alear. Very late, it is only up for a few more hours. I went back and forth on this banner a lot, whether or not I wanted to pull on it, but after having seen the next new Heroes banner, I decided I'm just going to go for it. I really want to get Alear for that Null Sea Disrupt fodder in particular, to deal with a lot of the effects that are popping up that prevent counterattacks. There is a unit that I would like to potentially put it on. I'm not totally committed to the idea, but even then having the option would be great, and if not, then Alear herself is also a fantastic unit, especially for engage limited hero battles. In fact, we had a very nasty limited hero battle against Femortis and Grima earlier today, and I did manage to clear it, and you could only use units from Engage. I did manage to clear it, but it was not easy, so having another option for future limited hero battles would also be pretty great, but fodder first and foremost is what I'm thinking. But she's also sharing with some other good green units. She has Robin, who is fantastic, and I don't have, and then Ninian is also great, but I do have her, so don't need her as much, but still not a bad pickup by any means. And then even some of the other units on here are pretty good. Embla would be a fantastic pickup. Lucia is also pretty good and could also use Repel 4 fodder, potentially. Serene, not particularly interesting. Colorless, I don't have any of these. Tana would be great. Lady Rhea would be fantastic. Ashera would be a new mythic, so she's still not bad. And then blue is probably the weakest color for me. Overall, I already have Note and a Nonkos, although more copies of Dear Old Dad wouldn't be bad. And then I don't have Faye, so she would also be a good pickup. But overall, I would say this is a pretty solid banner. I can use most of these characters, so I'm willing to invest some of the orbs that we managed to save up back up to 528. Willing to spend some of those here and try and get something good, hopefully Alear. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. And got one green, hoping to get a few more than that, but at least we got one to start with. Oh yeah, red is going to be our backup color, and then probably colorless, and then blue is the least exciting, but again, there is still some use for it. So we're just going to prioritize those greens. There we go, 2 greens this time. But yeah, there have been a lot of effects that prevent counterattacks lately, so having units that can actually deal with that would be great. I really wish Null Sea Disrupt wasn't a B slot right now, because it'd be really nice if it was like a C slot that I could put on Brave Dimitri. But alas, can't. I'd have to give up that damage reduction. I don't think that's really worth it, but there's still other units that can use it. I guess it doesn't hurt to say who I was thinking of putting it on. I was thinking of putting it on Queen Lumera. I know that she would usually prefer like a different skill, like close call or other dodge skills. But I was thinking on her, it does still give some damage reduction, and it would make her a little different from someone like Byleth, who also has like the more typical dodge skills. So giving it to her would be a fun thing to do, but there are a lot of other units that I'm sure I could put it on. Just a lot of defensive units could probably use it in some form or fashion, so it'd be great to get. I really wish it was in the normal pool, but alas, no luck. We got a Soren, not the new fancy Soren. Sadly, he's not him. I don't think he's in the pool yet, but here goes, dipping below 500 now. But yeah, just would be great to have Null Sea Disrupt. I hope we also get it as a seal soon. It would be great to get. And we didn't get Alear, but we are getting a Brave Edelgard, which is a pretty great 4-star special pickup. So definitely can't complain about her. Again, I still kind of want to get a plus 10 Edelgard eventually. Ooh, plus attack minus speed is actually probably pretty good. I think she might prefer plus defense. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at her again. Yeah, I can't see her refine and everything from here, but yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a plus 10 Edelgard at some point. She has grown on me a lot. I don't really like her as a protagonist, but I think she's a really good character, and I like her in the antagonist role a lot, so I wouldn't mind getting her to complete the Three Houses Lords trio. So that is still a really good pickup here, and I'm not sure if I want to go for her legendary or her brave version. I think I'd prefer her legendary, but that's also a bit trickier because I have to go on remix banners specifically for that. So getting her brave version submerges passively while going for other characters like this is still pretty good. We got Alex. No, not the worst green pull, but oh yeah, we could also potentially pick up Rickens while doing this, which would be pretty great. So would love to see him pop up here. But so far, mostly we've just gotten that Edelgard. We've gotten, I think, 3 or 4 Libras so far. That's a lot. Not super helpful. Thank you. Yeah, I do notoriously hate these 8% banners, but I'm willing to go for it here. Try and get that Null Sea fodder for the future, or just keep Alear, potentially. Repo Man. But yeah, I normally like to pull day 1 on banners, but this is coming a bit late. I was just a little too indecisive on this one, so I often say we might come back on the last day, but I usually don't. But this time I actually did. I did remember the banner was up. I just wanted to wait until we got to see the next new Heroes banner, which I'll talk about more in the free summon video. But it does look like a solid banner, just not things that I desperately need at the moment, so nothing that I need to go out of my way for. Nope, no greens, unfortunately, but we'll go ahead and pull a red. If we get a 5-star here, I'm hoping to see Embla, but would prefer to just keep the pity, I think. Yeah, Seliph, thank you for appearing for us. What a good boy. He came to save us from the pity breaking. And once again, no greens. That's unfortunate. Seliph, save us again. Oh, Soleil. Soleil saved us this time. Great. Still not getting a lot of greens, unfortunately. Basilio again. No Rickens, no greens. Faye, sometimes you annoy me. Well, 2 greens is a slight improvement, I suppose. Oh, there we go. There's the boy. Perfect. Yeah, I thought I had more copies of him than I do, but I think I'm still like under +5 if I merged all the copies I currently have. Plus HP. Not very helpful, but still happy to see another merge for him. One day I might get to build him. One day. And Racing. Not as helpful. Alright, so we're creeping up on 100 orbs spent here, which is a little unfortunate. I was hoping we'd get a bit luckier, but, you know, you're not supposed to snipe on the 8% banners because it goes poorly like this, but I never fully learn. I always say, okay, I don't like these banners, I'm not going to pull. But then they put something on it that I'm like, I like that. So here we are. 10%. Wow. Very cool. And a Basilio again. He's been showing up a lot lately. Him and Libra are the common characters for this summoning session, I guess. I feel like every summoning session has like a common character or two that just won't leave you alone. Oh, Faye. I got slightly confused for a second. I was like, wait, I thought she was on blue. I forgot we could just get her normal version too, huh? Oh, there we go. There's our divine one. Not the divine one that I prefer, but a divine one nonetheless, and she will be very helpful for us, whether as a unit or as potential fodder. And she does give us a fire blessing, and I forgot how infrequently we get the original elemental blessings nowadays. I have like 200 plus of all the mythic blessings, but like the legendary blessings, most of them I have like under 100, and that's just really funny. I don't know, it's weird that they kind of phase those out for the most part. You'd think they'd give them as filler rewards more often. And she has plus speed, which I'm guessing is probably like optimal, maybe plus attack. She might actually slightly prefer plus attack because she does have the brave effect. But as I recall, she's actually very fast, so she's likely to quad. So plus speed is probably still very good. I mean, like optimally, you probably just throw an Ascendant Flurry at her and make her plus attack and plus speed, and then you don't worry about it. But yeah, she's a bit of a monster. She hits very hard, and she's very hard to attack into as well. She was a bit of a headache in Arena Assault this week, but still, fantastic pickup. And again, we got that Null Sea Disrupt. I'm very tempted to give this to Queen Lumera, and we will just pretend that Lumera did not destroy her child from another universe. Yeah, she's also got the new attack speed pledge, which is a pretty good C skill as well. That would also be pretty appreciated by Lumera, I think. I think with a Vital Astra build, I think it would let her trigger it every time she's attacked, which would probably be pretty nice. Although I was thinking of maybe giving her like Darting Breath, so I'd have to find a new seal for her, which is a little tricky because most of the speed-based seals are already being used by other units, but still. And then she also has attack speed finish, which, funny enough, is the thing I'm least interested in here. Not because it's bad, but just because it'd be very hard to get all three of these at once. So we'd have to wait for more fodder for that, so I'm not sure on that, but we got the Alear, which is fantastic. I'm going to pull that other green. I might actually even try and pull a second copy, because I also wouldn't mind getting a Robin here. So we may keep going, actually. You know what? Let's just finish the wheel. We're at 10%. We'll go ahead and finish the wheel. I don't usually finish my wheels on these, but, you know, having an extra of any of these units would still be pretty good, so. Instead, we got Volbar. He's big, he's bulky, he makes you think, ooh, wow, there's something cool here, and then it's just Volbar. No hate for Volbar, but, you know, he's an old demote that isn't terribly exciting. Nor is Saizo. Alright, well, it would have been nice to get something else, but at least we got our main target, which is still pretty great. Alright, so yeah, I'm willing to put a little bit more orbs into this because there's nothing else that I'm super desperate for coming up. So we're going to keep pulling a little bit. I also took the chance to check, and Edelgard is only at +2 right now, and Rickon is finally at +5 if I merged the copies. Right now I haven't merged them, they're just sitting there, but I am slowly getting merges on Rickon, and we're about halfway on him. But Edelgard definitely has a long way to go, so it would have to be We'd have to get really lucky with more copies before I decide if I want to try and merge her on a weekly revival banner. But the option is still there. And starting off, once again, no good greens there. And once again, no greens at all here. It's always green orbs, huh? Oh, Corn Boy. Sadly, he's not super helpful here, but he is here nonetheless. One day you'll get your legend and you'll get to be on one of these banners, but not this time, sadly. Yeah, and I also wanted to pick up Alear now in case I want to build Lumera with Null Sea Disrupt, because she doesn't appear until I think November, and the other character with Null Sea Disrupt 4 also I think is like in November, so it's quite a wait on both of them if I do decide I want to go for Lumera early. But even then, I'm not sure if I'll go for Lumera anytime soon. I may wait because I'm not sure. Oh, there's our second copy. Perfect. All right, no Robin, but, you know, definitely can't complain for 2 copies of Alear. I can definitely just keep one now. I'm just going to keep the plus attack, or the plus speed one, and this one will be designated fodder for sure. But I was going to say, we might see, since we're already seeing Engage characters on limited hero battles, we might see Engage get a Hall of Forms lineup next time after 3 houses has it theirs and it starts the next rotation. We might instead go to Engage instead of going back to heroes. And if that's the case, I could definitely see Lumera being one of the Hall of Forms character picks for the first lineup for Engage. So it might be worthwhile to just wait and potentially get her with a Form of Soul, and I could just pick exactly what fodder I want on her. So even though I do have the Null Sea Disrupt fodder now, and I could technically do the build I want to do with Lumera, I think I'm still going to wait a little bit and see how that ends up. Because if I can just get her off of a Form of Soul with all the fodder I want, then that might be a little bit better, and then I have Null Sea Disrupt for someone else in the future, which could be very valuable with all the effects that are flying around with the counter attack prevention. But let's go ahead and just, we'll go grab the second green, try and fish out a Robin. Maybe we'll get really lucky. That'd be great. Nope, just a Repo Man. Still not bad. But yeah, definitely can't complain with this. We got 2 Alears, and an Edelgard, and a Rickon. So, overall, very shockingly fortunate for a Legendary Hero banner. The first Alear took quite a while to get to. It was a little bit of a slog after the Edelgard, but before getting her, no 5 stars for a long time. But then immediately after that, we got that second copy. So I can't complain. It was much better than I normally expect these 8% banners to go. So very happy with the results of this. But anyway, thank you guys as always so much for watching this very late banner. It is definitely gone for you guys by the time this goes up. But still, I appreciate you guys joining me for another summoning session. Best of luck to you guys on your pulls. Definitely not for this banner, but for any other banners you decide to go for in the future. And until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and the Divine One Alear signing out.